Hello friends, today's video is a very special video about an inspiring success story. Software industry has been booming in India over the last 20-25 years. Even last year, we made $128.6 billion worth of software exports. Some people call India as the IT superpower of the world. That has been our contribution. But if you ask a layman about which are the IT majors in India, they would probably answer with TCS, Infosys, or Wipro. These are software solution or software service based companies. Did you know that there is another space called software product or IT product? One Indian company has been dominating the space of software products and software as a service and has been competing against Google, Microsoft, and Salesforce. This company has made a revenue of 4,400 crores in the year 2020 and made upwards of 800 crores in profits. It has built more than 45 products in house. It has acquired close to 60 million users. 7,000 employees are working here, and importantly, many employees of these companies have left this company to start multiple successful startups. And most importantly, this company has not taken a single rupee from any VC or a private equity firm. It has grown organically with the cash flows that was generated with the profits of this company. Most of you would have guessed which company I am talking about. I am going to talk about Zoho and its CEO Sridhar Vembu. The story of Zoho is inspiring not only by the fact that it has been competing against Google and Microsoft, but silently this company has been creating a revolution in the rural parts of India. This social revolution could actually transform our country. Welcome back to our channel Intelligent Indian. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing to it. Now, let us look at the brief history of Sridhar and Zoho. Sridhar Vembu was born in Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu in the year 1968. He started his education in a government aided school in Tamil medium, and in 1989 he graduated from IIT Madras. Then he moved to Princeton University for his MS and PhD. When he was doing his PhD, he thought that he would become an academician, but he has no idea of starting up. But over the period, he decided that this research is not worthwhile, and hence he decided to move to software industry. He joined a software firm in the Silicon Valley. By that time, in 1995, Wembu's brothers started a company in Tambram, Chennai, and Tony Thomas, Sridhar Vembu's college senior, started a company to sell those products in the US. In 1997, Sridhar left his job to join AdventNet. At that point in time, Zoho was called AdventNet. He joined as a VP of Marketing and Business Development. In the first year, he made a sale of $350,000. By 1998, the sales reached $1 million, and by 2000, the sales reached $10 million. 2001 was a very tough year because of the dot-com bubble and September 11 incident. Zoho lost majority of its customers, but with the limited cash flow that the company had, it reinvested in R&D, and then it built the manage engine Zoho and Zoho.com. And after that, its history, it went on a spree of building 45 plus products, the huge behemoth it has become right now. Zoho, the success story, has so many reasons behind it. What are the strategies and the reasons behind Zoho's success? Let's look at it one by one. Number one, they choose their battles right. They chose the right market, they chose the right competition. Let's go with an example, right? Do you know these companies? Do you remember these companies? Taxi for Sure, Snapdeal, Food Panda. These were startups that were there 4 5 years back, but all of them were either acquired or they went out of business because they were competing with giants like Ola, Uber, Flipkart, and Amazon. Right, the loss of majority, the failure of majority of the startups is because they've been competing with giants who have deep pockets with them. What did Zoho or AdventNet did when it started off? In 1996 2000, there was a boom of software and internet-based companies in Silicon Valley. What AdventNet smartly did, it went into a niche space where the big software companies don't operate. So they were selling a product called SNMP protocol software, where the competition was very very less and they could service a few customers, and that brought them small but a steady cash flow. This is just phase one. In the next phase, after 2000, Zoho went into building CRM and office products. right? At the same time, Google entered the office space. Google was on an acquisition spree. It was about to build its G Suite by, acquiring Google Docs and a spreadsheet. Because of that, Zoho had to rethink its strategy. It decided to focus on the CRM space where companies like Google was not there. Even in one of his interviews, Sridhar said that they pivoted towards CRM more because they figured it's easier to compete with Salesforce rather than Google, and hence Zoho decided to compete with Salesforce, and it was to some extent successful, and it became known for CRM products. Number two, resilience, and it reinvented itself during the dot com bubble. As we saw earlier, during the dot com bubble and September 11 incident, Zoho pretty much lost 90, 98, 99% of its customers. But it had some amount of cash and they had eager engineers, and hence they reinvested all the money in R&D to build new products, and that gave birth to Zoho.com, and they got into the cloud space, which has been the inception for 45 plus super successful products. Number three, freedom of not having to answer anyone. As we already saw, Zoho did not get a single rupee of investor money, but they had a lot of offers. In the year 1999, they got an offer of $25 million. In 2000, post the dot-com bubble, they had several offers, and even at one point in time, Salesforce was desperate to buy out Zoho, but Zoho rejected all its offers. Even in one of his interviews, Sridhar has talked about one of the offers that he got. In 1999-2000, when the company's revenue was around 2 million, he got an offer of $25 million from a VC or a private equity. At that point in time, he went to his co-founders and other people in the company and he asked, "Can we sell the company?" None of them agreed to sell. And then he asked a second question. Let's say we go this way, and let's say we are not successful and we have to close the company. Will you be afraid of it? Then the answer was no. At that point in time, Sridhar decided to drop any kind of investment offers, and since then, they have not accepted any investor money and they have grown purely with the profits that they have been making. So, what is the benefit of having such a freedom? The founders can invest in what they want and they can experiment in what they want. And one such experiment has led to a big social revolution in India. And they don't have to answer to Ps or VCs or shareholders every quarter. Their vision changes from quarter on quarter to a long term basis, right? And most importantly, founders will still be associated with the company. They will not exit or they will not liquidate the company. You can even think about Steve Jobs, who was thrown out of Apple because of other investors. This did not happen in this company, and hence the DNA of the company was intact. So, shortly, Zoho was running Zoho. Next, arbitrage advantage. So, what is this? It's very simple. Build a product where the cost is low and sell where you are able to get a very high price. They built in India and they sold in the North America. India's strong engineering talent played to Zoho's strength, but this is not Zoho's strength alone. It is a strength for any Indian company. But the difference between TCS, Wipro, and Infosys is the competitors of Zoho were primarily from developed countries who had huge cost of development. Zoho was able to sell a product at $10 to $12, which Salesforce was selling at around $65. This cost advantage played for Zoho's success. Number five, huge diversified portfolio of products. As we already saw, Zoho had 45 plus products, right? So what? So this 45 plus products, because of this huge portfolio, Zoho does not have one big competitor that will wipe them out of business. Part of the products belong to Office Suite, part of them belong to CRM, and part of them to others. So tomorrow, Google or Salesforce cannot come and dominate Zoho. They would have the rest of the products to survive and thrive and grow. And second, most importantly, because they have a huge set of products and user base, they are able to cross sell one product to a customer, and hence they could cut on expensive digital marketing. For example, if you have to buy a keyword CRM in Google, it would cost $70 to $100. Because of this cross-selling opportunity, Zoho was able to sell its other products and it could significantly cut on the very high digital marketing cost. Number six, build, and build. Even Sridhar Vembu had written an article about this particular strategy in their website. Zoho, as we saw, has been building continuously. They had very less acquisition. To my knowledge, I know only one acquisition. They were continuously investing in their R&D since their inception. Even the first 350,000 dollars revenue that they made, they reinvested in R&D. More than half of the employee population in Zoho belongs to engineering and R&D department. Even Google and Salesforce have made 70 plus acquisition. In fact, Google's YouTube is also an acquisition, whereas Zoho built most of its products in-house. Not only that, Zoho has been building its own data centers with custom built servers. They've been owning their own software stack, and they're also researching on semiconductor production, which is fabulous, right? So what? These days, the days of the code based efficiency is over, and we could derive efficiency only in owning the complete architecture of the complete stack. And hence, this is playing to Zoho's advantage. Owning all these is because of the Zoho is able to cut significant costs because they don't have to pay people like AWS or Azure, right? And above all, number seven, it is Zoho's talent. Zoho's talent is unique. If you look at other companies, they are hunting in talent from IITs and the IIMs, whereas Zoho is creating talents through Zoho University. What is a Zoho University? 15-16 years back, Zoho started off with an experiment. They went to a government school near their R&D center in Chennai, and they identify a few kids who are not able to afford college education. They trained them with a college professor for 2 years, and they turned out to be very successful in Zoho. Zoho then scaled this model, and right now they are training 150 plus candidates who are not able to afford college education, and they are certifying them. This 2 years training will teach them English, mathematics, computer science, coding, and the students also get a stipend of 10,000 rupees that would help them financially. This program has been scaled in Tamil Nadu, some parts of Andhra Pradesh and Kerala, and in fact, US and Japan is also scaling this model. So, Sridhar Vembu has truly taken the software building from the Silicon Valley to cities like Bangalore and Chennai to the true rural parts of India. In fact, the one product Zoho Desk was completely built in a small town called Tenkasi, and it has been transforming the lives of many since then. To give some examples, this boy, Abdul Alim, is from Assam. He joined as a security in Zoho. One of his seniors identified his potential and they put him in this training curriculum. And then he studied mathematics, English, and coding. And right now, he is working as a software developer in the analytics department of Zoho. Not only that, you could see multiple stories from the rural parts of Tamil Nadu, Tenkasi, and you can go and check out the videos that I have put in the link. Because of this initiative, right, Zoho has been supremely successful, and this model is sustainable and scalable. It has the following advantages. Number one, it improves the financial status of the people who otherwise were underprivileged, right? It gives them the opportunity which they didn't get, they could not afford, right? Number two, it has a cascading effect on the local economy. So these kids are from a rural area, and they are doing the development in the development centers nearby. Because of that, their spending power increases. Because of increase in the spending power, they spend more, and there is a cascading effect on the local businesses. The local businesses thrive, and the local economy becomes big. At the same time, you are able to declutter the big cities, and the stress on the big cities like Bangalore reduces significantly. Number three, most importantly, the social structure strengthens. These days, people who are working in Bangalore, Chennai, Gurgaon, Bombay, they come from smaller towns. Because you take the development centers to their own cities and you train them over there, the kids stay with the parents, they stay with the relatives. The social structure, the family strengthens, and the culture thrives. We hope you like this video, and we hope people who are seeing this video, other founders who are seeing this video, follow the path of Sridhar Vembu sir, and they also help in transforming this country. Thanks for watching. If you really like this video and if you want to spread this message, please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel.